Hey YouTube, so we did Gen 1, we did Gen 2, now it's time to do Gen 3. We're gonna rank all Gen 3 Pokemon based on how good they are in a Nuzlocke. How the tier work. In OP, you have a Pokemon, if you have it in your team, you should be good for the old Nuzlocke, even with level cap. If we go down to pretty good means you're gonna do well. You probably don't need to sack, maybe you get unlucky with a crit or something, maybe you lose some Pokemons, but in general, you should be fine. Pretty bad is you're gonna need to sack some stuff, trash. You're probably not gonna be able to complete the Nuzlocke if that is your entire team. Alright, so we're gonna rank all the evolution in under 10 minutes. So 10 minutes starts now. Alright, Sceptile is amazing. Very fast, good attack, good type coverage, very useful against the gym. It's gonna do well. Blaziken is actually a little bit weaker, but it's still pretty good. And Mudkip is arguably the best, so I'm gonna rank them that way. Mightyena is pretty bad actually. Back in Gen 3, Dark type just wasn't that good. And yeah, it's not great. Linoone has Belly Drum, but that's super tricky to use in a Nuzlocke because you might just end up killing yourself. So it's gonna be pretty bad. Alright. Beautifly is actually quite useful. And Dustox is gonna be pretty good because in the early game you can tank very easily the second gym, which sometimes can be a problem, especially if you stack up some bulk up. Alright, after that, Ludicolo's pretty good. Shiftry is average. Tailo, it depends if you have Guts Tailo. This thing is amazing. If you don't have Guts, it'd be like average, pretty good. So we're gonna average it and say it's pretty good. Alright, Pelipper is extremely useful, especially because the HM, right? You can use it to fly, you can do surf, you can do warp fall, I think. So it's extremely useful. But in terms of fighting, it's gonna be average. Gardevoir's is amazing, very strong. Masquerain is pretty bad. Bridome's actually not bad at all. It's pretty good Spore later on, but you got Mach Punch, you got a Stab Grass. Yeah, not bad. Slacking is interesting. It has extremely good stats, but then Truant kind of messes it up a little bit. But the Stab Facade, Stab Strength, very good stat. In theory should be pretty good, but the reality is I'll put it bottom of pretty good just because it has such great stats. Ninjask is actually pretty bad, and Shedinja is tough to rank. Wonder Guard makes it impossible to kill sometime. In a Nuzlocke, in a vanilla Nuzlocke, you know what you're gonna fight. So it should be OP. Because in theory, you know exactly what you're gonna face in advance. So you know whether or not you can get attacked. So you should probably ban it, actually. Bulky, normal type, with decent attack. Should be pretty good. It is. Ariyama is super slow, but it has good stats, good attack. I'll put it pretty good. Azuriel. So let's say you have a Azuriel, Mariel, Azuriel. I never know which one's the last one. But let's say it has a last evolution. Would be like pretty good. Nosepass actually trash. Well, let's do pretty. I'm debating. It's kind of tanky. T-Wave is a thing. Thunder Wave. Yeah, let's do pretty bad. Alright, Delcatty is average. Sableye is actually so bad. So bad. We reviewed the Trash Luck by Beyond Pokemon Challenges, and this thing is just horrendous. You can't do nothing with it. Mawile is actually very bad too. Aggron is average, which is surprising because it should be good. but honestly, it's just a big tank. Medicham is actually average. Electric is not that bad actually. It's fast. Fast electric type always kind of works, so we'll see pretty good, but meh. Yeah. These two are super average. They might actually be pretty bad. These two things, let's not bother with them. They're useless. You don't want that in your team. You want anything but that. And I'm wasting quite a bit of time. Alright, we kind of need to move on. Roselia, yeah. No wonder they added Roserade. That's pretty bad. Sharpedo was actually not bad. How good is it? Yeah. I kind of want to move Pelipper up just because usability with the HM. Kind of want to move it up. Wailord is super strong because it's super tanky. Again, you can use Surf. You can do quite a bit with it. I think it's pretty good. The Camerupt is average. Torkoal is interesting. I don't remember back in Gen 3 if Drought was a thing. I remember White Smoke was a thing. I'm not sure about Drought. Flannery uses one, and I remember it's super strong. It does Overeat, Body Slam. It's slow but super strong defensively. Yeah, I'll put it pretty good, but this is not interesting. Not interesting. Yeah, that thing's not bad actually. That's pretty good. Ground Dragon, two decent types. Cacturn is not good, which is quite sad. Let's be honest. Grass Dark, great typing, but yeah, the execution's just not there. Altaria can do Dragon Dance, so anytime you can set up, it's pretty good. Zangoose is actually quite good. Surprisingly, it should be like, they're not in order, but that should be like towards the upper end of pretty good. Vipers, not as good. The two rocks. Rock type's interesting because, you know, they have quite a bit of resistance. Normally they're quite bulky. They can do some setup, but you know, I feel like they're not doing well. Pig and Liza are not tough gyms, and that's what they use. So, well, could be debatable. Barboach actually is, yeah, it's top average. Crowdont would be average, I would say. This thing, I really don't like it. I don't like the design. It's not inspiring to me, but it's not a bad Pokemon. Top of average. Fossil Cordeli is surprisingly strong. It's pretty good. Quite tanky. Got good ways to heal. It works. Armoldo is not as good though. Milotic is amazing. Very good typing. Water always works. It's super strong. Best typing in the game. Great stats. Yep, that works. Cast form. It's not interesting. Kecleon is, I'll put it average. You could argue pretty bad. Yeah, I think I'll put it pretty bad. I think Cacturn or Linu. Yeah, sure. Banette is average. Dustox actually not average. Dustox is actually pretty good. Alright, we're almost out of time. Sure. Let's move some of them up, and then we can do, wait, this is average, this is trash, this is not trash, but you don't want to play it super situational. You can use it like once, so maybe there, and that's pretty good. Let's move some of them up. Alright, we've got to be faster. Oh shoot, I'm almost out of time. This is average, I would say. That's pretty good. This one is pretty bad. this thing can actually work well. You gotta figure it out, but it can work. Salamence is Salamence is actually amazing. This thing is amazing, probably OP actually. Alright, we're almost out of time. Well, I think we're out of time. Okay, we're out of time. We'll do legendaries just for the sake of it. Man, I never realized how many legendaries there were in this game. Whoa, like they got a trio, they got 2 roamer, they got another trio, box art, and then 2 special event. Well, Regirock is actually pretty average. Registeel is pretty good, but Regice doesn't work. You could argue maybe they're all pretty good because, you know, stat wise, these 2 are amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is, it depends on the form, but it's pretty good or maybe amazing. It depends. You gotta be careful because it's, you know, can die very easily, and these things might be OP actually. Just because the base stat total. So this is it, a Gen 3. My favorite gen, maybe my favorite gen. I'm just a sucker for Gen 3. It was my first game. So I think I've got this right. I'm pretty sure I got this right. Trash is definitely right. Pretty bad. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I think I'm right on this one. Average. These 2 you could argue. This is super situational, so I guess you could put it trash. But if there's one fight that you don't have nothing you can do, you can Destiny Bond, Counter, Miracle, whatever. This is useful. That should be lower, but you know, we get it. I think we got that one right. Let me know in the comment section if you think we got this right. If we didn't, well, too bad. And if we did, well, great. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, do all that stuff. I really appreciate it, and I take time to answer the comments. So if you feel any particular way, leave it in the comment. I will take my time to respond. All right, see you again later. Bye bye.